Listen, I'm in desperate need of a massage. Is that possible? Is there anything available?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're sharing our potential wish lists for the globetrotting HBO series next season. In this video, we'll share our dream locations, cast members, cameos, and potential returning characters.
She needs to fear poverty, Tim, like everyone else we know.
Scenario 1. Ski Resort. Although creator Mike White reportedly hates the cold, he has expressed a desire to get away from the standard seaside locales of the first 3 installments.
For the 4th season, I want to get a little bit out of the crashing waves against rocks vernacular.
A snowbound season may be just the ticket. The White Lotus has historically been filmed on location at various Four Seasons hotels around the world. Situated in the beautiful French Alps and mere miles from the Swiss and Italian borders, this Four Seasons at MsMojo is a mixture of rustic architecture and top-notch amenities. Nearby Mont Blanc is the perfect spot for a murder staged to look like a tragic skiing accident. Season 3's characters had a preoccupation with tsunamis. Maybe the cast of Season 4 will have visions of deadly avalanches or malfunctioning chairlifts.
At a popular ski resort in the country of Georgia, a chairlift is wildly out of control as skiers are pulled in reverse at breakneck speed.
Actor Alexander Skarsgård. The icy blonde Swedish actor is no stranger to HBO prestige dramas.
So I always had the sense that the day would come where she would just not love me anymore.
His villainous turn on Big Little Lies showed that still waters run deep, and even a handsome man who has everyone fooled can be a monster behind the scenes. But Skarsgård's gift as an actor is how inscrutable he is. You never quite know what he's going to do next. On a show like The White Lotus, where things can change in an instant, that's a huge asset. He would be right at home hitting the slopes at a resort for the wealthy, looking about as icy as his surroundings.
There's a lot of yelling. Small men, big veins.
Fat wallets.
Sure, but long term, I don't think news for angry old people works.
Returning character, Nicole Mossbacher. Before Season 3 aired, there was a rumor that Connie Britton's character was going to make a reappearance in Thailand.
Any chance we'll see you in Season 3? Have you talked about it?
With whom?
Mike White.
Oh, Mike White.
Though that didn't pan out, we'd love to see her make a grand return. In Season 1, Connie Britton plays the high-powered executive of a tech company whose career makes her family's entire White Lotus vacation possible.
I just don't think it's fair for your brother to have to spend his entire vacation in a windowless box. You got to bring a friend.
And I'm so appreciative, Nicole.
Although her eccentric family is great TV, she's a character we'd love to get to know on her own. If we could suggest a subplot, perhaps a fateful collision on the slopes could make for some prime intrigue.
And he has deterred you from enjoying the rest of what was a very expensive vacation.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing.
Cameo, Mike White.
There were times where I felt like I was going to die trying to finish this job. It's kind of like, is it worth taking years off the end of your life to keep doing it? And I will do it just because I don't know how to do anything else.
The White Lotus generally has an actor you don't expect, showing up a good halfway through the season. What if the Alp sees Mike White checking in?
What's that guy's problem?
Well, you are always late. And you don't really work.
As if he doesn't do enough already, the show's writer, director, and producer could always put on another hat and do some acting. He starred in his own work before, such as Chuck and Buck and School of Rock, which he co-wrote.
Dewey, a substitute teacher is not a temp.
He's a babysitter.
Oh yeah, you think it's so easy? Well, I'd like to see you try. You wouldn't last one day.
Seeing that he's such a hater of cold weather, wouldn't it be great to see him as the most miserable White Lotus guest of all time? Scenario 2. Greek Islands. Although the show has already done Southern Europe, Greece has such a different feel from Taormina, Italy that it wouldn't feel like a Season 2 retread. The islands of Greece would give us our sexy beach club moment and our Mamma Mia vibes all in one spectacular package.
Mamma Mia, now I really know, my, I should not have let you go.
Beautiful cliffside properties and ruins are enough to recommend a season being shot here. Our pick for a location is the Four Seasons at Astir Palace. Just outside Athens, right on the Aegean Sea, some of the country's oldest and most famous ruins are miles away. Given the rich history of mythology, there's a treasure trove of comedy to be derived from the new world bumping against the old one.
All those things I could do, if I had a little money.
Actor Toni Collette. The White Lotus tends to cast actors who have done incredible work for a long time, but who aren't considered A-listers. Toni Collette is a master in comedy and drama.
She hid in the back so you wouldn't see. She said you were like an angel.
She's put in more devastating performances, more unexpected humor, and just more big swings than most. We'd love to see her work her magic as a stressed-out mother of the bride, wondering how she's going to pay for her daughter's increasingly extravagant wedding.
Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Do you understand?
If anyone knows how to portray out-of-touch wealth and smug narcissism in the midst of murder, intrigue, and growing family tensions, it's a star of Knives Out. Returning character, Portia. Haley Lou Richardson did a great job embodying a character who is often confusing and head-smackingly selfish.
If you can't be satisfied living now, here, you're never gonna be satisfied.
Last time we saw this fashion-challenged, aimless Gen Zer, she was narrowly escaping a murder plot against her employer. But what happens when Portia hears about Tanya's fate? Season 4 could tie up that loose end.
If I die? Oh my God.
Tanya? Is she working for another clueless rich person? Is she on the run from the mysterious Jack, who might be on the run himself for his part in the failed assassination? Will she have another run-in with Greg/Gary and have to maneuver her way out of danger just as Belinda did in Thailand? We want answers.
You know, when you're empty inside and you have no direction, you'll end up in some crazy places, right? But you'll still be lost.
Cameo, Amanda Seyfried. To go back to that Mamma Mia thread for a second, there's something kind of delicious about the idea of Amanda Seyfried showing up as a fun Easter egg in a late episode.
Honey, honey, let me feel it. Honey, 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 don't conceal it.
If those movies prove anything, it's that being framed against the crystal blue water in cliffside villages really agrees with her. The White Lotus would give her a chance to tap into her dramatic chops.
Theranos is you.
No, it's not. It's not. The focus should be on the technology.
Give her a funny, slightly bizarre, and devastating seaside monologue about how all the Greek ruins are a metaphor for some spiritual turmoil they're all going through. Scenario 3, Dubai. One Season 3 episode featured a casual mention of Dubai, setting some fans' imaginations wild.
So what about the two of you? Where did you meet? In Dubai.
Through a matchmaking service.
Is that the next location? The complicated relationship between identity and wealth is worth exploring in the financial powerhouse of the United Arab Emirates. With its fast-growing economy, distinctive and ambitious architecture, and eagerness for tourism, it could be a great location for the show's moneyed machinations. They might be gunning for it too. In 2025, the Four Seasons at Jumeirah Beach actually offered poolside cabanas inspired by the show itself. This could start looking like the Olympics if cities start bidding to host the next season. Actor Keke Palmer. This star of Nope and One of Them Days would make any season that much more hilarious. We know how funny Keke Palmer is, but she's always been a grounded and charismatic performer who could blend that comic sensibility with dramatic chops.
He don't love you, he don't like you, and he sure as hell don't respect you. Your life is a joke.
Palmer would probably be best cast as the most famous guest at the White Lotus in Dubai. She would play the pop star or actress enjoying a complimentary stay at the hotel, snapping pics for social media, and accidentally snapping something no one was supposed to see. The comedic possibilities of putting her next to the exaggerated opulence of Dubai are too good to pass up.
We did it. What we do?
We made $5,200.
We're not gonna die? We're not gonna die!
Returning character, Zion Lindsay. After helping his mom extort a presumed murderer, this cocky business student wouldn't be at all out of place making money moves with some of the biggest hotshots in finance.
Business major at U of H. I don't care about what you did, what you're gonna do. All I care about is business and the bottom line.
Dubai is a major hotspot for financial wizards. After graduation, it'd be completely in character for Zion to take his portion of his mother's $5 million from Greg/Gary and invest in the stock market. His cockiness and shamelessness when it comes to making deals would probably be rewarded among other business upstarts.
Well, we crunched the numbers, Greg, and if we're being realistic, all in, soup to nuts, $5 million.
It could also get him in some major trouble that might see him ending up the season's annual corpse. Cameo, Jack Black. Creator Mike White's friendship with his former co-star goes deep. After the third season finished, Jack Black said he would do anything White asked, including check in at the White Lotus.
Why the hell are we not seeing you on White Lotus? What's the locale? What's the part? We need to
never
make
say
this happen.
never. Maybe the next season. All I know is when Mike White calls, I say, how high?
Now we can't think of anything else. So what would a Jack Black Season 4 cameo look like? Does he appear as a struggling rock musician in the same vein as his School of Rock character? Maybe there's a spot for him midway through the season as an unconventional White Lotus exec sent to investigate why so many of the hotel chain's guests end up murdered. Scenario 4, South Africa. The Westcliff Four Seasons in Johannesburg is a maze of buildings jutting out of a massive cliffside called the Witwatersrand. Its labyrinthine layout and gorgeous views are already so cinematic. South Africa's complicated history of colonialism and apartheid makes it a fraught and tense potential location for a series all about wealth disparities and self-absorbed outsiders.
The only land that could be used for the public housing program was on the periphery of the city. And for that reason, a brilliant intention to overcome the apartheid legacy unintentionally reproduced the very same legacy it was trying to undo.
It also offers a landlocked setting for the show, set smack dab in the middle of a city that's covered in beautiful greenery and modern architecture. Actor, Maya Erskin. Like most of the White Lotus cast, the Pen 15 co-creator and star is an accomplished performer in both comedy and drama projects. Maya Erskin's past work has us thinking she would be a great get for a storyline about a friendship put to the test by an expensive vacation.
That is so easy for you to say. You don't know what it's like to be me.
You're right, I don't. You're right.
Okay, and I want to choose which Spice Girl I'm gonna be.
It'd be something with shades of the Lori, Jacqueline, and Kate storyline from Season 3, or an aged-up version of the Olivia and Paula friendship in Season 1. Hopefully her schedule with Amazon's Mr. and Mrs. Smith would allow for a months-long shoot in South Africa.
Art's what I wanted to start buying when I first started making money. You have a really great eye. Yeah? You can't buy or learn that.
Returning character, Victoria Ratliff. Last we saw this lorazepam enthusiast, she was about to have her whole world rocked by her husband's financial misdeeds, facing potential ruin in the process. But there's something about Victoria Ratliff that tells us she's too much of a narcissist to go down that easy.
I just don't think, at this age, I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
We imagine Parker Posey's memeable mom will show up at another White Lotus at some point, even if her ex-husband is in a federal lockup somewhere. Whether she shows up with a new rich hubby or is in search of one, Posey is comedy gold.
Why are you with this middle-aged weirdo? Does he have a lot of money? You can't ask that.
We hope Mike White gives her the Jennifer Coolidge treatment.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Cameo, Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King.
Miraval's world-renowned spa is simply, it's divine.
This is it. I've waited all week long just to get a pedicure.
Speaking of besties on a girls' trip, why not get the most famous besties of all time in on the action? While it's a stretch, the idea of these two being random spectators of rich people being messy is too good to pass up.
You know, I like to stand back and just watch people and make sure they're having a good time.
Who's to say Oprah Winfrey wouldn't celebrate Gayle King's recent space trip by booking the biggest, most exclusive suite on the Westcliff property? As far as shocking White Lotus cameos go, think of how instantly insane it would be for Oprah to show up and deliver an instantly viral monologue.
She is the friend that everybody deserves. I don't know a better person.
What are your hopes for the next season of the hit HBO show? Tell us your ideal fourth season in the comments.
Whoever is the most likely to come back is the least likely person from the show because Mike doesn't write anything predictable.